Welcome back. Today we're looking at analog horror, specifically emergency alert system horror or emergency broadcast system horror. I don't know what you call it. Like government broadcasts that people make for fun. Like they're just like a type of content that is around. It's pretty popular right now. And it's like, we interrupt your broadcast to tell you that there's a spooky red scary entity outside your window. So don't go outside. Stuff like that. It's pretty fun, pretty intuitive, it's creative. It's got kind of this old-timey feel to it. It kind of has this cursed, lost VHS feel to it. Like, it's like some confiscated tape that you're watching. I don't know. It's kind of fun. It's a specific feel, and you'll get it right away. If you haven't seen this before, which I assume you have if you're here. Otherwise, you do be clicking on some strange videos, my friend. Much like last time we did this, I will be making my own of these at the end. We're gonna view, we're gonna learn, we're gonna compile, and we're gonna create. We're gonna take what we see today and we're gonna create our own. Hopefully it's good, but we'll see, If you're unfamiliar with this type of content, you'll probably get it pretty quickly. So let's just jump into it, shall we? Attention.
Attention, this is an emergency broadcast. The eyes have escaped. To stay safe, you will need to follow these 3 steps. Whatever you do, do not go outside. Close your curtains. If you have any alternative ways of blocking your windows, please do so. Keep your eyes as closed as possible. We encourage you to wear a blindfold just in case. If for any reason you have decided not to follow the 3 steps, make sure not to look at the eyes. If you meet eye contact with them, even for a split second, then there is no hope.
No hope?
If you encounter anyone with red eyes, then there is no hope.
Oh, why even bother telling me?
Then there is no hope.
Oh.
If you encounter then there is no hope.
Yikes.
Please refrain from coming into physical contact with anyone infected. You will become like them.
You'll become like them?
If you are in possession of a firearm, please do not hesitate to arm yourself. To sum up,
quite the
do
firearm.
not go outside and make sure not to look at the eyes. And remember, there is no hope.
Yikes. Okay, I mean, that wasn't like the scariest thing I ever saw, but it gets you the idea of what we're doing here. Hey man, sorry to interrupt your cartoons, but there's actually like a creepy eyeball guy outside your window, so don't look at him. Stuff like that. In this case, the solution basically was if you have an assault rifle, use that. And I appreciate the practicality of that. I personally don't have an assault rifle, so I guess my solution is just close my eyes and just don't look around. And I think that's doable. I think I can manage that. Pretty cool. I like it.
Tired of hearing terrible music on the radio?
Uh-huh.
Feeling exhausted by the constant bad news?
Yeah.
How about a moment of peace?
Okay.
Escape the chaos with Zenith Radio. Take a break, relax, and listen to Zenith Radio.
All right. Not all sounds are safe.
Welcome to Zenith Radio, your station for peace and relaxation. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and feel the calm around you. You are doing great. Just keep your focus on my voice.
Okay, this is getting weird.
Can't you feel your whole body changing already? Everything's okay. You have to accept who you are now.
Okay. What's happening to me? Whatever you do, just don't listen to them. Jeepers, man. So the sounds aren't safe and they can change you? It's quite the radio station. I'm actually low-key interested. Is that bad? I think I kind of want to give like a little bit of a listen. I can stop anytime, just listen for like a minute or two and see what happens, you know? Maybe I get like one slightly longer arm. That might be kind of cool. I like having some options, you know? 2 equally length arms. Boring. Imagine having an extra foot on your arm reach. You could totally reach anything on the top shelf, anywhere you go. I like this a lot. The vibe here is magnificent. The voice that they chose is perfect. The like sound, the visuals of it, the way that it's just so vaguely ominous. Like, I don't even know what this means really, but it's just good. It captures exactly what I like about this type of content really well. It's got that kind of infomercial style.
Can't you feel your whole body changing already?
The way that it so calmly says that. You're like making me feel like this is a normal thing, but I don't think that this is normal, pal. I really don't.
This is an emergency broadcast tune officially issued by the Rain Association. A dangerous entity has been confirmed active in
Rain
your
Association.
area. All residents are instructed to leave their homes immediately. The entity
Leave their
appears in
homes.
or near dark, unlit rooms. It does not move while being watched. However, when left unobserved, even for a moment, it rapidly approaches the nearest living person.
Oh.
Survivors report hearing faint breathing and seeing silhouettes standing just beyond doorways, closets, and hallways. If you are currently in your home, do not look away from any dark rooms. Keep your eyes on them as you move. Do not blink for long. Do not turn your back. Back away slowly. Leave all non-essential items behind. Flashlights and artificial light may delay its movement but will not stop it. Locking doors is ineffective. Evacuation zones are now active. Proceed to brightly lit shelters established by emergency personnel. Remain calm. Do not speak to anyone standing in darkness, even if they appear familiar.
Yikes. Yikes. Cool concept. They don't move when you're looking at them, and they spawn in the dark. So you gotta like leave your house. I feel like I would still stay in my house. I would just keep the lights on. The whole thing about like leave your home immediately, go to the shelter. I'm like, what if it's nighttime? What if it gets dark while I'm outside? If I'm inside, I can just keep the light on. I'm overthinking it probably. Maybe there was some caveat there, but I don't like the advice being leaving my home. Maybe it just feels weird because usually the advice is stay home, lock the doors, close the windows. This one's like, go outside and find a shelter. I don't know, man. How do I know you're not out to get me? How do I know you're not the entity, you know? But overall, I liked it. It had a cool lore to it. I like when the concept is creative. We definitely seen this concept before, like in Doctor Who, or more recently, what's that game? Lethal Company. Like the whole monster only moves when you're not looking at it thing. Like that's been done, but it's cool to see it in an analog horror format. I like it. I think it's a cool concept for a monster. The fact that you have to look at it. And in this case, it could look like just a person hanging out in a dark room. Like that's scary.
If you are hearing this, you were supposed to stay in 2019. This is a recovered broadcast. Do not turn this off. You may think this is 2025. You may believe the years have passed, but they have not. The world did not move forward. You were pulled out. You may remember 2019 as the last year everything felt normal. It was, because it was real. You belonged there. That was your last correct placement in time. Since then, you've noticed things. Apps changing their names, celebrities acting wrong, music that feels off, people forgetting memories you still carry. It's because you're not in sync with this version. This is a broken year. You are living in a replica stitched together from dying timelines, and you're starting to rot. Check your screen time. You've been awake too long. That's not fatigue, it's decay. You were not built to survive here. Do you ever feel like you're the only one noticing how strange everything is? The wrong sky color, the same ads again and again, time passing by quickly? You're not paranoid. You're drifting. In 2020, the timelines collapsed. Only fragments were saved. Most people were reassigned. You were not. You were archived. Every night you sleep, your mind tries to return to 2019. That's why your dreams look so familiar. That's why waking up feels like being dragged. If you see a calendar that still says 2019, follow it. But be careful. Some doorways are set as traps. Some clocks run backward for a reason. And if you ever hear someone say 2025 is the best year, just run. Because they remember who you were, and they want your spot. Do not trust the year. It does not trust you.
What the heck does those last couple of sentences mean? I think I got lost somewhere along the way. But also, yeah, don't trust anyone who says 2025 is the best year, dude. Just for like a myriad of reasons. This is a great concept for a video. It's definitely preying on the familiar feeling that I think a lot of us have, that like things have just been kind of weird for a little while. I know like my life was pretty normal and uneventful in a good way until like 2019-ish, and I feel like it's just been kind of like a roller coaster and not like in a good way ever since then. And I kind of, you know, so it's kind of preying on that feeling, and I think it does it well because it's like strangely relatable. You're in the wrong universe. Things feel weird because you're out of sync or whatever. I like it. It definitely hit me in a way that kind of made me feel like it was talking to me. I don't know if I love the like normal voice of this one. It definitely threw me off. I don't know if it's good or bad necessarily, but the fact that it's just like a guy talking.
Not built to survive here. Do you ever feel like you're the only one noticing how strange everything is?
You know, like usually we have like a text-to-speech type voice, which is overused, I think, but having just like a casual guy reciting this to me is just kind of like, it almost took me out of it a little bit, but maybe that's how it would be. Maybe a casual guy is worried about me, you know? That's nice of him.
If you're hearing this, don't panic, but you are no longer in your original dimension. The transition was seamless.
It's like the same thing again.
You noticed nothing, but you might have sensed the wrongness. Clocks ticking backward. Reflections blinking to late, familiar faces saying unfamiliar things. This dimension is nearly identical to yours, except it isn't real. Not to you. The sun here sets at the wrong angle. The birds don't blink, and your house isn't actually yours. Check a mirror.
True.
If your reflection moves after you, leave the room quietly. Don't let it realize you noticed. This world feeds on belief. The longer you accept it as real, the deeper it locks you in. You must find an anomaly, a break, a wrong object, a doorway with no frame. Step through it, and if you see someone who looks exactly like you, don't engage, don't run. Just close your eyes and wait for them to walk past. They can't enter your mind unless you fear them. You have 6 hours. After that, your original self forgets you ever met.
Yikes. That got a little complicated at the end there. I always think of when the concept is the monster can only hurt you or whatever if you fear it, or it can smell fear, or anything related to fear, where like something is out to get you but you have to not fear it. I think I might be cooked on that. I don't know if that's actually possible to be like, I'm just not gonna be afraid of this thing because I need to not be. It's kind of like when I learned that like worrying and stress like is really unhealthy for you and it can actually like shorten your life and cause problems. That kind of just made me more worried and stressed. Isn't that stupid that it works that way? What's up with that? It's like, okay, just don't do the thing that you're doing. It's like, okay, as soon as I figure out how to do that, I'll do it. So that was scary. I like it though. It felt similar to the other one that we just watched, but different enough that it wasn't like the same thing. This was more about being in a weird alternate dimension that you're kind of trapped in. The scariest part of it was
reflections blinking too late.
Reflections blinking too late. I think just the idea of being in a dimension where like every little thing down to your own reflection is just kind of off. That's a scary concept, my friend. Although I did kind of laugh at
the birds don't blink.
The birds don't blink. Like, I don't know if I would notice that. I don't know if I've ever even noticed a bird blink. But man, if that was my only clue, the bird's not blinking, I would never know I'm in the wrong dimension. But yeah, good work. These will all be linked in the description too. This channel that made this one only has 131 subscribers. And they're making high quality content like this. Go check them out.
This message is being broadcast by the Department of Defense of the Republic. At 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, multiple unidentified objects were confirmed to have entered Earth's atmosphere.
Ooh, alien
It is
one.
speculated that these objects are of extraterrestrial origin.
Nice.
The broadcast will quiet at this time for your safety. Continue to carry out the following instructions.
I'm ready. Close and secure all possible entrances to your home. Turn off all electric devices, including your lights. Do not look out any windows. Enclose yourself in a room that has minimal entrances and no windows. Do not respond to anyone or anything outside of your home, no matter how human they sound. Do not attempt to investigate any light or noise outside or inside of your home. Do not look in the mirror or at any reflective objects. Most importantly, remain calm at all times. Okay, we'll see about that. Dang. I mean, that one was just kind of like a info dump, style, where it's just like, here's what you gotta know. But I kind of got like a little bit of chills in the middle there, because I feel like it was so direct. I don't know. It was so, I was picturing it. Like, just the threat is so omnipresent that you have to enclose yourself in a room with ideally no windows and only just the way that you get in. And then you can't respond to any sound. You just have to be basically dead to the world. If whatever's out there even senses your existence, I guess you're in trouble. That's an oppressive extraterrestrial. Spooky. I like it. Very straightforward, very creative. The following content.
I'll open.
Jeez. Jump scare.
This is a message from the National Emergency Broadcast System. Please pay attention carefully. If, at any time, you observe 2 moons in the sky, it is imperative that you follow these instructions immediately. 1. Return to your home as quickly and calmly as possible.
Got it.
2. Ensure all windows and doors are securely locked. 3. Turn off all lights and electronic devices, including your television, radio, and phone. 4. Do not look outside. Repeat, do not look outside. Under no circumstances should you attempt to observe the second moon directly.
What is
Doing
it?
so may result in disorientation, auditory hallucinations, or worse. Reports indicate that prolonged exposure can lead to irreversible outcomes.
Yikes.
If you believe the situation has passed, wait until sunrise to leave your home. Remember, if you see 2 moons, just go back to bed.
If you see 2 moons, don't look at the second moon. The only problem is, how do you know which one is the second moon? Something to think about. I guess that's why they're saying just don't look at all. I don't get why you need to turn all lights and electronic devices off, but maybe the moon is just out to get you again, you know? It's looking for anyone. Stay indoors and don't look outside. I do like that it said go back to bed at the end, though.
If you see 2 moons, just go back to bed.
Just go back to bed. Not like ignore it or whatever, you know, follow the instructions. It's just go back to bed. Go back to sleep. What if I'm not tired? What if I had a nightmare? Maybe it's like you wake up in the wrong dimension, like a 2 moon dimension, and you gotta go back to sleep so that you wake up in the proper one. Like maybe it's like a sleep paralysis situation where you end up in like a cursed world and sleeping is the only way out of it. That's kind of interesting. Some of these intros are too long, bro.
At this time it is advised that you lock all your doors and windows. Do not open the door for anyone even if it looks like a normal human being. Even if you hear
This
your door open
voice.
or window shatter, do not react. Find a safe hiding place in your home and do not make any noise. If a family member is outside, do not intend to pick them up. Make sure to turn off all television sets and radios once this broadcast is complete. I repeat, do not have your television on once this broadcast is finished. If you see anyone who looks like a human on your television set with impossible features, look away as quickly as possible. It is very important to hide all children from television sets with disturbing imagery. If you hear anyone in your yard or inside your house that sounds like a human, assume it isn't.
Hello.
If you have access to any loaded weaponry, make sure to have it on you at all times. If you
Jeez.
see anyone who has biologically impossible features, make sure to run and hide. If you see a clone of yourself or somebody else you know, run and hide. Don't try to save your pets from any harm that may happen
Try
if an
and
intrusion
stop
occurs,
me.
because it could cost you your life. Make sure to hide your children and be prepared for the worst.
What are they in? Oh, it's like a wardrobe or something. I was like, this looks like the back of a garbage truck. It's the best hiding spot you could find, pal. Good. I like it. I feel like I've seen this exact video before. It's hard to say which one was the original, but I swear this followed like the exact structure and concept of like at least one other video I've seen before. I think it's just because lots of this is samey, you know, that's just how it is. But it was like lock all your doors, hide, turn off your television. If your television's still on, stop looking at it. And then there's someone outside. Hello. I'd fall for this, dude. If there was a figure outside and I just watched the broadcast being like, don't fall for any sounds outside, and then I just heard, hello, I'd be like, hey, who is it? Come on in. We're all just staying safe from a possible entity roaming the area. Although this dude really is like 9 feet tall. So maybe I would notice that. But again, the advice is have an assault rifle. What if I don't have one? Then what do I do? Run and hide, I guess? They always make the note of like, don't save your pets, it'll cost you your life. But I feel like that's up to the individual, right? That's always the case. Like if your house catches on fire, of course you have the option to endanger yourself by saving your pets. But like, it's not like you don't know that. You're just like, well, I'm gonna save my pets because they're also in danger. I don't like that the TV decides to tell me to like, hey, your pets aren't worth risking your life for. I'm like, that's up to me, pal. That's up to me. If I want to risk my life for my pets, then I'm gonna do it. Other than that, great video. Put your kids into a garbage truck and get your assault rifle. Next. Ooh. All right. 2022? Why does this feel like 1990, bro? A monthly test is being done. Alright, it's just a test. Don't worry about it. Just seeing if it works. I get it.
A monthly EBS test is being done to ensure that, in a real emergency, everything is under control. Do not
get it over with.
Nothing has
Let's get back to my cartoon. My cartoon? That can't be good. Wait, what? A danger life is taking cover. Don't ask, seek shelter now. Oh my gosh. They are our enemies. Nothing happened. Alright. Time to go back to my cartoon. Facing technical problems in programming. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, so was it a test? I'm starting to think that maybe it wasn't. And my number one clue was this part where it said, a danger life is taking cover. I don't know what that means, but that can't be good. A new era is beginning. I missed that one. Don't ask, seek shelter now. I like it when it's really vague and like they're just trying to get you any information because like it's an emergency. I don't even know if this is supposed to be like someone warning you or if this is like the entity kind of like talking to you. Because it does say like they are our friends and they are our enemies. Yeah, there we go. Don't ask, surrender to them. So like it's kind of like both. So it feels like someone's trying to warn you and some other entity's like fighting over the broadcast, trying to like trick you or whatever. Which I love when they do that. I love the like hacked broadcast thing. I definitely want to put that in mind. Really cool stuff. But yeah, it's vague enough. I like it. It's spooky. I like it. I like that it starts off being like, it's just a test. Then it's like, was it though? I don't think so.
This is an emergency alert. Do not go outside under any circumstances. Lock all doors and windows immediately and barricade them as best as you can. Find a room with a secure lock, hide there and stay until further notice. This is an emergency situation. Do not delay in following these instructions.
Don't let him indont, 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 let him indont.
Okay, I won't. It's over. It's over? Go outside, feel nature. Oh, wow. Wait, what was that last thing? Oh, just go outside, go outside, go outside. I don't know if I love that it just says the letters I-N-D-O-N-T. I get that it like makes it feel kind of like strange, but like just, I feel like it would have been...
O-N-T, let him I-N-D-O-N-T, let him I-N-D-O-N-T, let him I-N-D-O-N-T, let...
I don't know, maybe I do like it, because it's just kind of, it subverts your expectations. It kind of just feels like cursed, like it's just not supposed to say that, you know, like this. It just makes you feel weird. So maybe it is good. This is a very scary face, I'm not gonna lie. This is a very scary face. I don't like having it on my screen. I really don't like this face. This is the face that I think I'm gonna see when I look in my rear view mirror at night, when I'm like kind of spooked, you know? I'm like, what if something's in my back seat? This is what I think is gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, I guess there was no threat after all. Just, it's over. Go outside, feel nature. Disregard all that other stuff. Go ahead, let him in. D-O, let him in. But yeah, pretty good. This face does a lot of heavy lifting here. This definitely makes the video like a lot scarier than I think it would have been. Very scary face. We're gonna move on. It's looking right at my soul.
If you're hearing this, you're not supposed to be. This is an automated safety transmission. Do not approach your roommate. We have received multiple reports of behavioral fractures. If your roommate exhibits any of the following signs, you must evacuate immediately They stop blinking. They stand outside your door between 2:17 and 2:19 a.m. not moving.
Yikes.
They begin referring to you by your full name, even when unprompted. They hum a melody you've never heard, but suddenly know. Do not confront them.
Yikes.
Do not ask if they are feeling alright. They are not. If they offer you food, decline it. If they ask you to come see something in the mirror, do not follow.
Yikes.
Above all else, if you wake up and they are already awake, sitting perfectly still, facing the wall, leave the apartment. Do not take your phone. Do not look back. This is not your roommate anymore.
Whoa, dude, I'm a sucker for a scary sound effect, dude. It was like, you know, normal scary video, and then when that sound came in...
Do not take your phone. Do not look back. This is not your roommate anymore.
Dude, it was borderline and funny for most of it. Just the idea that someone could think their roommate was like evil and like they're like declining their food and like whatever, just because their roommate, like they're just being paranoid, you know? Do not ask them how they're feeling, stuff like that. I'm like, this poor roommate, man. I mean, you better hope there's some sort of scary entity, because otherwise you're being kind of mean to them, you know? I don't have a roommate, so I'm safe. I'm chilling, unless the roommate is me. We're getting a lot of mirror stuff today, and I think mirror stuff works on me. There's something just kind of scary about mirrors, you know? Seeing something behind you in a mirror, it's in like every horror movie ever, you know? Something spooky about it. Okay, we'll watch one more, and then we'll make our own.
You should immediately hide within your home. Something anomalous is in your immediate area, and it seeks to harm you. There is no time to run, and you cannot fight it. You must hide if you wish to stay safe. Hiding locations could include in wardrobes, behind large pieces of furniture, or under your bed. Remain silent. Remain still. Try to breathe steadily and quietly. If something enters your room, do not make any noise, and try to remain calm. It
Yikes.
will only make a cursory attempt to look for you. If you are hidden, you are safe. If you make a noise while it is looking for you, it may look more thoroughly. Remain calm and stay absolutely silent. If it cannot find you within a few seconds, it will likely move on from your home. Members
Yikes.
of the organization making this alert are working to secure the area, contain the situation, and protect civilians. Thank you for your attention and cooperation at this time. Secure, contain, protect.
That was the SCP one. That one's pretty good. I mean, the quality of it was just solid. Like, I feel like there was no frills to this one. It was very straightforward. Although I did kind of get a little laugh out of this image. I know it's saying, don't waste time running and don't waste time trying to fight, but it looks like don't run because some other guy's just gonna shoot you, you know? Which is not really what it's trying to tell you, because neither of these people are red, which means neither of them is the entity. So why is he threatening this running guy? Yeah, man, if a Pac-Man guy shows up at your house, he gets tired of looking pretty quick. It says a few seconds and they'll move on. So you just gotta make sure he doesn't see you, and then you're good. And that's my kind of monster, honestly. The ones where it's like you gotta hide for 6 hours, you gotta stare at the wall for 12 hours, you gotta go back to sleep after being spooked. All those ones, I'm toast. But if it's just get a good hiding spot and hide for a couple seconds, and if he doesn't find you, you're safe. Like, dude, I was the hide and seek champ of my youth. I was the guy that hid too good that I would have to like eventually give myself up because like the game was over, you know? It's like, okay, people would get tired of looking for me. So I just come out and be like, okay, well, like, you know, you tried. Although I think looking back at kid me, I was just being a tryhard, and I'm sure nobody really appreciated that, you know? It's not about winning, it's about having fun, younger me. But yeah, I would hide, I would get away, and I'd live to tell the tale. Okay. We've done it, we've learned, we've seen. A lot of these use things from each other, so we're probably gonna make a video that's not like that unique in concept, because last time I made one of these videos, my concept was interesting. I tried making a creative concept, but my execution was just okay. So I think I'm gonna dial up the execution effort and not overthink the premise, because I think that that's like the harder part for me, because I can just put time and effort into the execution, whereas the idea, it kind of just has to come to you. And I don't really have anything that groundbreaking. So let's jump into it, and let's jump to future me to see what I've made. Hi, it's future me. Let's see what I've made. Okay, I'm showing you my project file first because I want you to see just how much I did here. For anyone who does much editing, you'll look at this and go, oh my, Gregory, you've gone too far. It's not that serious. And I sort of agree with you. Like I said, I wanted to do a lot better execution. My concept is very okay. It's nothing groundbreaking. In fact, I think I basically just ripped ideas that we've seen even today. You know, I put a little spin on it, of course, but it's the execution that matters. And if anything, your complaint could very well be that I overdid it. And I think that that would be a fair critique. I'll just play it for you. I'll play the final file here. I hope you like it. It's only 1 minute and 20 seconds long.
Attention. We interrupt your broadcast to issue the following warning. For your safety, remain indoors. Stay away from all doors and windows. More information to follow. Stay calm. However, there have been reports of an unknown entity in your area. The entity has been seen standing outside of homes. Your safety requires that you do not interact with the entity. Do not look out the window. Do not open your door. Do not investigate any sounds you hear outside. Follow these instructions and you are more likely to survive. Do not look
outside.
Don't panic. Help is coming. If you feel a malicious presence, close your
eyes.
You can survive this. Remain calm.
It is safe to look outside.
We apologize for the interruption. We were wrong. There is no danger. You may go outside immediately. This concludes the emergency broadcast. Go outside immediately. Thank you for listening.
Jeepers, Gregory. Calm down, it's not that serious. Like I said, I think I maybe overdid it on the effects. I was just having fun. I didn't know I could do that. So I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. I think in my last emergency broadcast video, I literally said, while watching a video that did like the hacked broadcast thing, I literally said, I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how people do it, you know, whatever, but it always looks cool and I wish I could do it. So I was like, that's what I have to do to challenge myself, is to do this like chaotic broadcast thing. So I think I captured the chaotic part. What do you think? Was it kind of spooky? Is it kind of scary? It moves really quickly and in a way where I don't think I mind that you can't always read all the text. Like there's one where it says, can you feel that? And then it says, that tingle in your spine at the very bottom, and really quickly. That's fine with me. I kind of like that some of it's almost like, what is even happening? Like I kind of like that something is just very aggressively coming after you. Like it's just trying to hack the broadcast. Let me know your thoughts on it. What I could improve for next time. Like I said, I think I could benefit from a better concept, like a spookier concept. And then I think, like I said, I think I over edited this one. So I think now I have a good balance of experience and knowledge. And I think the next one I make, assuming we do another one of these, which we probably will, I think the next one I make, hopefully I can find like the right balance. I think that's just part of the process. If I only ever showed you a perfect thing, then like what's the fun in that, you know? Oh, he made a perfect thing. As if I even could. But anyway, yeah, I like it. I've put a lot of time into it. It's got a lot of the tropes of like, don't look out the window, don't look out the door. It's got what I think is a couple of like funny moments where it says,
stay calm. However,
because the videos always say like, remain calm, stay calm, don't panic, which this one also does, but I really like just throwing in, however. We're about to say a bunch of really scary stuff. I think that's a fun little moment there. It's got all the tropes, the windows and the doors. When the hacking begins, things get a little freaky.
Close your eyes. You can survive this.
Yeah, dude. I'm pretty happy with it, not gonna lie. I think watching it and knowing the work I put into it is just like, I'm glad it came together. Just to like share some of the fun bits with you guys. Obviously there's lots of warping of text and little moving around and twitchy stuff, but a fun little detail is that as the broadcast goes on, the underlying concept is that whoever is like hacking into the broadcast or taking control of it gains control by the end. And so they get better at interjecting as it goes on. So at the beginning, they're just like very jankily throwing text in there. It's kind of getting warpy and stuff. And then they start mixing in where they start taking over words where it says, close your eyes. And then it warps and it says, open your eyes. It's like taking over the actual broadcast. And then, eventually it starts like taking over like the main text in a more noticeable way. Then obviously at the end, it says this where it's actually just using proper text now, it can't help but throw a little red in there for some reason. But then eventually, it just straight up says the thing, you know, straight to you. It's just, it takes over the broadcast and it just says, hey man, it's safe, go outside immediately actually, which I think is funny. And then, yeah, at the end, I'm waiting. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how some of these looked. Like this last shot is just goofy, you know? It's just goofy, man. I think that's everything I wanted to say about it. I think that's all of it, you know? Just a lot of fun making this. Just a lot of fun making it all scary like that. But almost all the text says something different while it's warping. Like this says remain calm, but then it actually says remain still. That's pretty scary. Remain still so I can eat you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed my creation. I know people probably want to see me actually make the thing instead of just seeing what I've made after the fact. But I don't know, I feel like that would just take too much time. I think just showing you the project so that you can see how much work went into it and letting me kind of go over it, that's more my style, so hopefully that's cool with you. I probably spent like, 4 or 5 hours on it, just trying to get it right. I kind of had it storyboarded a different way, and I actually went back and changed a lot of it and had to redo all the voice lines and the text for stuff. So I kind of changed my idea a couple times to make it work better. And I think I'm happy with the final product. Jeez. What a journey, and a good one at that. Hopefully you didn't get too scared by the one that I made. I feel like there's a chance that mine was at least like one of the scarier ones of today, which I'm happy with. I think there's something eerie about how aggressive this thing is being at trying to get your specific attention, because it's clear that this broadcast is being hacked for you. Like the entity is targeting you. A lot of people are being warned, but you are being targeted by this guy, potentially. It's open-ended, but that's kind of what I was trying to make it feel like. Anyway, I'll probably post this one to like TikTok or like maybe as a short or something. I feel like I gotta get better about putting the content I make in other areas, especially since this is basically short form content right here. Ooh, whoa, Greg just made short form content? What the heck? Non-yapping content? That's crazy. That's right, I can make non-yapping content. It's just not my favorite thing to do. It's my second favorite thing to do. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any ideas for things for me to check out. Although I feel like I've got plenty of things cooking right now. I'm always open to check out new stuff if you guys have seen anything that's been popping up on the internet. Okay, bye-bye. See you around. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't yet and feel like it. Bye.